Should I go contacts? Wolverine can wear some gunners, right? I'm okay with this. Okay. It's normally the aviators though. Do I need to go with aviators? I think I can make it happen, although putting aviators on over these things, going with contacts, it always hurts my eye. He does do it though. Happy Halloween, Wolverine. How's what should we work on today? What's up, Bunk? How you doing? Dude, I appreciate that. I go live and you say hi within a minute. That is sick. Thank you. I appreciate you following the channel. Oh, happy birthday, man. Had some great beers, heading to New York City. Dude, have some fun. Have some fun with it. You must be feeling pretty good after the Eagles dismantled the Dolphins, right? I don't think I've seen you since then. Close one against the Commanders, though. That was pretty surprising. You have to wonder whether or not they're like looking past it, right? Because their next couple games, like this is what's insane. You have to play the Dolphins, then division rival Commanders in Washington. Then you have to play the Cowboys, then the Chiefs, then the Bills, then the 49ers, then the Cowboys, and then finally you get to play the Seahawks, which are no joke either. Like, my goodness, that has got to be the toughest run of 8 games that anyone will have at any point this season. The middle of the Eagles' schedule is just insane. They fumbled twice in the red zone. Commanders scored garbage time. Yeah, I mean, well, garbage time, it's not like they were walking it, right? That was a chuck into the end zone. That was a pretty sick touchdown to finish it off. It should have been blown up, but yeah, I was closer. Okay, I get you. Yeah, that's right. A couple, untimely fumbles can be the demise of any team, right? And that's just a problem that good teams tend to not deal with when they get to the level of, okay, like we're strong enough now, we can win. Our only way that we lose is if we lose the turnover battle. You went up to Plat 3 and TFT in the morning? Nice. Have you adapted to the meta? It feels like there's a lot more 2 and 3 cost carries. I'm absolutely loving my invokers right now. I have 2 different ways I go about it. One is invokers, just kind of straight up, and you can even go for all of them, right? But invokers and Tarek, and go for the Targon synergy, so you get more healing and shielding to go with the abilities, or going with Ishtal, especially if I get the mountain map. What do we want here? We've got Zed, we've got Ziggs. Ziggs, Karth is not very good at ganking bot lane, so it should be okay. Ziggs should be able to have the permanent push. Now we can go with double AD mid and top, and Karthus should be in a really good spot. I would say so. During my climb where I am, I've gotten better at navigating the board and playing what the game is giving me instead of forcing a meta comp. Okay. Yep, that's a good idea. It is always a good idea to have a plan, though. Like, you want to have, you know, what do I do with my first 3 turns is always something, right? You've got 5 different champions. So the stages that tend to come next for people that are in plat, starting to think about what does my team comp look like in stage 4 and beyond, but then what does it actually look like in stage 3 and stage 2? What are my transitions? What are the best ways to get there? So let's say I'm being handed, I'm being handed Xayah items. What's the best way to get into Xayah? And it can be, you know, fairly easy to just start with Jhin and say, okay, you know, I'll just take Jhin and then I'll move the items over. I'll rebuild the Jhin later, things like that. But other times it can be much more complicated. Like if I want to go to a level 9 team, let's say I've got perfect Heimerdinger items and I picked a level up, then who's actually going to hold Rageblade, Nashor's Tooth, Spear of Shojin, or whatever, right? And having to decide what you're going to do in the middle stages is what's next. The scouting the board and seeing where people might be going is a great way to see what's open, and you can absolutely find potential exploits, like, you know, what's untouched, what are they not using right now that I could take advantage of, and then you kind of go from there. So you get an idea. Scouting, really knowing the set is an important part to scouting, right? You have to know exactly where they are and where they're going. You have to know your items and what they are best suited for, as well as what your best runes are going to be. Best augments, I should say. Oh, this is an Olaf hit. This is going to be good. This is Olaf, guys. We win this all day long. Hey, that team left me. Okay, we're joked. We're huge. Exciting level 1. Olaf definitely wins all those. Got lucky with 2-1 Piltover, and luckily my gamble paid off, and I went out when I had like 10 health after the cash out. Yeah, that's pretty sick. Piltover is always a scary one for me, because I haven't mastered that one enough to have any idea with what I'll be comfortable with. Get out of here, guys. I really do not want your help. You're fucking late for the lane. This is so bad. They basically shot themselves in the foot here. Didn't actually take a peek to see what was missing there. Should have had lingering vision. That was on me to have not seen it. Fastest Karthus you've ever seen. You've never even seen Blabber do it this fast. Watch this guy shoot out of the jungle. That would suck. Hallelujah. 3 and we're done. Easy. Unfortunately, this is not gankable, but we might have a path where we can go fight the Nocturne here. We're also full health and we have our potion. So it looks like he did actually clear down to this side, so we're going to map this down. Excuse me while I put this mic down. Thankfully, that didn't make a loud noise. Normally, it sounds like a T-Rex once we do that. Alright, can I start threatening this guy? Does he have flash? He doesn't have flash. Okay. But we're coming in. We'll help this guy by pushing out. Recall, 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 recall. It's not about the fucking gold here. And before this guy dies to a Nocturne that's up his ass right now. Alright, now with this timer, I could actually stick around and go and plug in for the Gromp. I'd be totally empowered to do this. Almost definitely he started with blue into Gromp, right? That's almost a guarantee, so it should be respawning in the next like 5 seconds, unless he was really late, which he may be. This guy is a fucking griefer, guys. Don't be this guy. Me being here, this is actually especially good that Olaf is going for a proxy, because it covers me, I cover him, right? We kind of go in hand. Now we get to recall together. There's really no good punish. Nocturne's on the wrong side of the map. He could go for my second Raptor spawn, but he's going to be really early if he goes for that. Well, I'm going to skip Dark Seal because I want to spike the rest of my items. See if that's done. Not interested in his reply. We're going to hit a super fast 6 here because of the extra camp and the fact that we got the kill and the wave in mid. So we're going to try to do this right now. We might even have a kill for ourselves in the bot lane if we can actually manage our mana. I'm going to go to get my cooldown now. Hold on, there's a fight here. I want to get my cooldown before I cast this, because it matters for my second cast. Right, also Garen's respawned, so we get this cast off right now. Just use it for the extra gold. Not going to be anything meaningful, just an extra 50 gold right here. Now we're in time for a blue buff. We're a little bit ahead of ourselves as far as getting the Gromp. That's something that normally happens on the second clear when we go for the 4 camps. Guy literally just sitting back. Okay, he's just going to end. Probably typing up a storm, guys. I don't think I get to hit anyone here. Maybe one? Yeah. Oh, they gave up the 1 kill. He gets the speed up. That's no good. Nice. Now we'll shove this. Ziggs isn't going to bitch about it. I did not get my E off in time, which means that I suck. Oh, I needed my E to be on when she stunned me. Rip. That feels really bad. Alright, so now I have a little bit of a conundrum. Nocturne did die. He's almost definitely going here. This guy did decide to rage, because he's like, wow, Cassiopeia has 3 kills, remember? You know? Instead of playing for what's good. Did get the trade back here. All right, that means he is on this side of the map, which means I could go exploit him and go after his bottom side. So he's going to go for his blue respawns. Cass doesn't know that Zed's not here, so she's not actually looking. Oh, no, she finally is looking to push it. So Nocturne is on this half of the map. This is my only window to get steals off. I should be able to steal his entire bottom quadrant because he should be distracted by the Herald. I say distracted, obviously that's the best prize, but I can't go over there because I don't have a mid laner. I can't get into any fights with this guy. So instead I have to go take something back on my own. Take a quick peek to the lane to see where the waves are. And use this up front here. Chunk of damage. I should die. And we're out here. Cassiopeia is nowhere to be found. Nocturnal should still be down. We are good. And the man stand to be carried this game. Olaf actually 1v2ing? Yes. Unfortunately, there's a big tax on this now. So realistically, I'm gonna have to shop, get him another I need to get my Leandries. Should I actually go something different this game? I think we're gonna be good here. I'm gonna unmute this guy in case he's just saying I just need an apology, and I'll just apologize. All right, luckily I do have the tools to go clean up these camps on the way. Won't have any contest available for anything else, but at least I've got that. I just walked into that, didn't I? Chunked. I think it's going to be good enough, though. We're trying here. Nice. Should be able to win that. Nicely done, sir. And try to give him as many of the resources as possible because I don't get them. I'm even going to let him get solo gold here because it doesn't really do that much for me, right? We're not generating any extra wealth by sharing that, right? So I want to generate extra wealth. Hold on. Oh, I didn't see him with the push. My bad. Somehow Garen made it around me. That sucks. We will find a way, though. Mark my words. Hey, what? Oh, they just respawned. Whoops. All right, 20 seconds on this. I'm going to get as big as I can. We're probably talking Shadow Flame this game, although they do have some amount of healing. Cassiopeia being part of her own kit. Gonna defend this guy. All right, so we push this. We have to clear our waves. Luckily, we're capable of getting all the gold on the farm. We're like way ahead on our own tempo. Can't get this turret. Can't make any sort of progress anywhere. We can try to get wards that are good against Nocturne's ultimate and see if we can defend from there. Come to us, come to us, come to us. Got you. What's up? Who wants some? Who's next? We actually have Shadow Flame money for this ult too. You know what? I'm gonna take Grump first, so I don't need to go into debt for it. All right, it's coming. It's a big one. 17 minutes. We have 2 items. We're feeling really good here. Using this right now. Get the first strike bonus. We might actually have enough for Dark Seal. Yeah, we do. We're also going to swap to this. We actually got assist gold. Beautiful. E-bot with Rift. I don't have any words on this. I'm just going to start it. On this one, I'm going to assume it's down here. Easy. Not even close, guys. And the whole time that thing was diving into turrets, breaking it with Ziggs. Olaf doing the best thing. I'm going to go defend against top lane. I'm going to go bring this. Unfortunately, they weren't able to get the Herald all the way over. It's too bad. Am I interested in setting a trap for this guy? Not really. This is how we do. Alright, big potential start to a fight. We pop this. Anytime there might be a fight, boom, you just hit it right away. Don't want to be stopped from using it later in the fight by CC, obviously. Going for it. All right, we're pretty massive. Is it going to be Rabadons? I mean, Lightning Jewel is the biggest single spike if they have any amount of defensive itemization. But Zhonya's plays really well in fights, so... Questions. I'm going to go for the big spike right now. Then Lightning Jewel, then Rabadons. We go Zhonya's? I don't know if we need to go Zhonya's. I've got 3 melees on this team. Normally, you don't. Normally, melees is Zhonya is saved. Should just go this. The fact that they've got multiple people. No, Ziggs, come to me, man. He's teleporting. He's doubling down on the opposite of what is good. Okay, it's fine. It is something. It's right now. All right, it goes to our bot lane, but not nearly good enough. We really, really, really wanted Ziggs damage there. All right, this means that we probably immediately sell this. 3 people dying, no good. And the fact that Ziggs is dead, so we have 1 pushing lane, and it is our support Shaco, who is another Liandry's user, which is fine for the side lane purposes. But unfortunately, this is going to be very, very difficult to deal with. Because actually getting some upfront damage here. Now, Karthus can be a side lane split pusher because of the strength of the ultimate. But our preferred case, I don't have my ultimate. It's too good against me. Olaf being dead is a big problem as well. Can I get to level 16 before this play? Probably not. I don't think I can even protect this guy from himself for this. Right, normally I could go for some sort of zoning ultimate, something that would scare other people away from doing stuff, but we're just way too segmented. Which I have to take responsibility for, right? If we're not in the same spot, I could be hovering them better. All right, level 16, please. I might just cast it right now. 24 seconds to this thing. I'm going. Casting it now. A big chunk of damage. Big chunk. Oh, it's too bad you didn't get that off as I was ulting. That would have been sick. I get an assist up in the top lane. That's beautiful. Oh, he did not. Oh my gosh, my screen was over here. I didn't even see the nocturne. This is so bizarre. Why are we still doing this, guys? No, no, no. Finish pushing. Finish. Okay. Yeah. Really need him for these fights. Alright, Minotaur thing. I'm actually thinking about using this right now. Actually, I'm just going to use it right now because Olaf is already looking at them. Dead gets to go up. Means that we get frontline for this. 41 seconds. Means she respawns just in time for it. Why is he splitting again? We want to group. Alright, we're going to go get Scuttle for ourselves. That's really good for us. The fact that he got hit by that, even though he was in theory seeing it. All right, here we go. This is our engage. I'm gonna do this for the Olaf, and we're doing it for the Jarvan, and we killed one more. Get out, but Olaf is gonna chase. Start the Baron. Two Qs per auto, guys, at this stage of the game. Why is this guy dead again? It just makes no sense to me. It's gonna be in trouble. Cass decides to engage us right there. Alright, do we sell Magi's? It's a big question here. Because it represents the other half of this, right? 1700. No, we're gonna keep it. It's about the same total value. Nocturne on their team and everyone's pushed up again. The only thing I have to like help them with this is the fact that I'm Karthus and I can throw an ultimate if they do decide to engage. But Shaco keeps on going super far forward, so it's very hard for me to play my game plan. We are so far up right now. Look at everyone else's push. I actually want to int here. Once I die, I can cast this. So not worth. Level 16 Garen. I'm pretty sure he used his flash earlier. Less than dubious. Alright, so I can actually just buy this. Just gonna do that. Keep the extra item. Gives me the extra 5 ability haste, which is kind of meaningless. But it is an extra 30. I never really used Future Sight this game, Futures Market. There he is, swept. Zed could also use it. The fact that Ziggs is leaving is perplexing. Okay, did that hit? I'm gonna assume that hit. I'm just gonna go for it. See whether or not we get a free kill here. Oh, back the further. We did not. But it's a big chunk, and with this much time coming until the respawn anyways, like that is significant damage onto this little lady. Like to control this quadrant with my team and just kind of stay in between here. That we're gonna get that window, that opportunity. Our team should just be positioning in 2 quadrants. This is so bad. You never want to do this. Nothing against the pick in general. But like, you are support, your job is to get vision down. And so cooldown on your ability that has tons of CC is paramount. And like, your damage is inconsequential. It doesn't do anything. Now the good thing is this has all been cleared. They're only going to have the shallow version of vision that they just placed from that fight. I want to ping that, like, I want to hold this area. Just need to play with some patience. Give away all of it. Well, I'm just going to throw this out right now. Getting into fights. They outrange me. Dun, 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 dun. It is a opportunity for Zed to kind of clean house here. He just got rooted, and he went onto the Garen. It's not even from the guy, right? He's most of the way caught. I mean, not most of the way caught up because he doesn't have the items, but probably too late. Does a big chunk of damage. They've got the Drake. Looking at the fight, I'm staring at the mini-map. I'm like looking at the minions, but I'm staring at the mini-map here. If I can get Ziggs access to this turret, then we could just end the game. No, this is going to be about the fight, so we're going to have to go take this. Zed's trying to take it. Maybe we can get something here. He's so backwards. Like, look how easily they siege against us, though. Alright, Ziggs gets one back. Yeah. It's getting obliterated. Alright, I've got Rabadon's money. I'm going to get right on respawn. I don't want them to know I have it. They're probably not pressing tab right now, especially at this level, but... I'm not going to have any extra time. I need to be able to just cast this on spawn. I shouldn't be taking any resources, frankly. I should be giving it to everybody else on my team, although it looks like most people are done. Alright, Senna being dead is actually a hugely valuable loss for them. We should 100% be looking to take this. Where's Olaf going? The fact that we don't have Ziggs. Ziggs has teleport. We're not like looking to punish these guys at all. Alright, Olaf's gonna get this. Maybe get another one as well. That's not the way. You're getting kited by the Senna all day long. Another Nocturnal? Oh my goodness. In my death timer. I want to deal one more slice of damage. It's not going to happen. All right, we're going to give this guy the opportunity to come hang out. That was really mean, Karen. When I say that, was it something in the end game? I didn't see it. We could have done better. You know, playing better starts with me. I don't regret the choice to go for it. What did he say? I mean, if it's toxic, one report's all it takes. You don't need the extra ones. Although the AI, I do think trips on it, but I think the magic number is 5, right? You need to have everyone on your team plus someone on their team to do it. But who knows? It is what it is. Gold games be like, although that I don't know. I think I have a gold yellow, but platinum MMR. Most of the people in the game were plat. Oh, that's frustrating. All right, what are we gonna work on? Said we're gonna work on something. The clear was great. We were out under 3 minutes, or 3 minutes. We were completely done. Moving into the river at about 3:05. Almost too early. You know, it was almost too good. Shaco griefed himself a little bit with that leash. Clear speed. I mean, we can show off more to clear things, but we can try to go for exploitative jungle paths. It's getting more and more important now that they're finally gutting the jungle. It's been the strongest role for like 4 or 5 years, and Freak has been adamant on stream about changing that. Yeah, let me see if I can pull up the clip. Freak wants to nerf jungle. My reaction, rework video, etc., etc. Jungle is broken. Room for yeah. So it was something like there is room to nerf jungle in orders of magnitude, like not just once, but exponentially stronger than other roles. So maybe we'll try to go with exploitative pathing. How about that? We'll do that. We'll take someone who's looking to fight early, Lee Sin or Elise. Probably want to be Lee Sin so we have a little bit more beef for this team comp. We could also do Jarvan. Very comfortable. We could go Kane, but Kane's not really looking to fight or gank as much. Hecarim is. Could do it with Belveth. Could do it with Sejuani. Do it with Maokai. We could try Maokai. Maokai's a little bit obnoxious in solo queue, though. The values are not there. Trundle's the most exploitative. All right, we'll go like this. We'll play for exploitative paths. Here, we're going to try to find and kill enemy jungler. We're going to try to make unpredictable starts to the game. Not just power clear. Power clear is fine, and it is a lot of the steadiest climbers, especially at the very top of the ranks, have been power clearing into gank patterns. Hmm. That's not your style. Maybe go play another game. Maybe I should play another game. People don't want to move. I need to adapt to what people are thinking in this level, and we're talking about high gold, low plat thinkers, especially if they're near the break point at the end of the season, which they might be. They might be thinking that they have to be the ones to carry. So we're seeing more and more assassins. We're seeing more and more people get tilted over the results of waves. So maybe I can try to play around that. All right, looks like we have a Volibear to deal with. I'm happy with this. Trundle feels super good into multiples of these champions, especially these two. We might even have an aftershock from Lysandra. If she's support, she's probably not. She's probably mid and Vel'Koz support. Vel'Koz mage lanes can be really good for Vayne. They don't offer any protection, but they do solve the laning phase for her. So depending how comfortable she is playing in the late game, the problem is that you don't get those extra buffs to make her even more steroided. So we should be able to punish this, especially if they're pushing up. Mundo Volibear punishable as well. Trundle can use, or sorry, Vayne can use the terrain against me. But largely we're just looking for good paths, good proactive paths that are going to try to take advantage of situations like we can fight Volibear level 3, for example. We can gank this first strike Mundo player. Seems like a no-brainer. Later in the game, what's our role going to be? Later in the game, we just need to be able to set up the fight. So we'll go like this. No one ever does this at this level. 0 chance. Could have just hugged the wall there. Instead, we're not. Now we have to be careful because no one actually dropped this ward here. Can't convince her to do it. Gonna leave. All right, so we're gonna go for 3 camp and then try to fight this Volibear. We also didn't get any wards down for ourselves, which is a big stiff. Obviously would have preferred to have that. All right, it does look like they leashed. Take this camp or no? I'm gonna go for yes. 4 camp. This is basically just to buy enough time for the Volibear, who's full clearing, to clear his wolves. I don't want to be sitting at the blue buff with nothing in hand. All right, and because we're going for a fight, we can use our E for the terrain. This way is pushing up, so actually Mundo might be our new target. We could also go for Volibear first and then swing back to Mundo. He's level 3. Zion's up here. We'll just go for this. Alright, Ghost. Now we're predictably going over here. We're going to get spotted. Yep, that's what we were afraid of. Don't actually mind that he hit me with that. He did get his full clear off, so he got all 6 camps in. It's unfortunate. Now we have a tremendous disadvantage. My flash is down. We've ended up trading that away. Now Volibear is right here. Now we do know because of his path that he went red into Krug's Raptors, so we could go for the Krug's respawn. Krug's is respawning right now. But we have to wait for our bot lane to join party. We just turn it straight into a bot gank. Do this for ourselves. Take that. Take the 105 gold as our own little prize. You have to be careful. Volibear's nearby. Feels bad, guys. After this, we'll have Tiamat. So we can do Tiamat into Triforce into fully defensive itemization, I think. It's going to be very hard to deal with this guy. Luckily, he's only at 4 camps, so he basically just went to this side. Whatever he did, he ended up dancing around a lot. Ends up just taking one of those camps, in fact. So it's just going to be Raptors. Sion's about to find out here. So that means I can go over. I could actually have skipped over straight to his Wolves. This area should be unwarded, but we'll double check. Volibear is taking his Raptors right now, so we do have time to actually go for Wolves. Let's see. Akali versus Lissandra. Kill threats for Akali's. He might actually stick around long enough to go for his own red buff because it's respawning right now. So I'm actually going to get greedy and go for both of these. There he is. Still on the same amount of counts, so he's going to go after his Raptors and his red buff. That means I might be able to find a gank angle over here. Not 9 minutes, so we don't quite have this ward set up for ourselves. I didn't see if Mundo actually tucked himself back in. Hey. Really? That E, he walked right over it. That was in front of him, and he didn't even flinch. That sucks. Okay. We just go into a regank now. He's got no ghost. He just used the bloom. We'll have red buff. We'll be level 6. I totally tried to ult him. Fight. Blue buff is back up for Volibear, but he could be in the vicinity again. The fact that he's going to be in the vicinity makes me want to go somewhere else entirely. Don't want to go after Herald, even though, Lissandra's missing. They could be over there. Go use this, and the fact that we only have one more hit on this ward means I get to clear them both. Where's Lissandra aiming? She's aiming to the right. In theory, that should tell me where their jungler is. Guys is red, but does not have his blue, so that means I'm going to go take Herald and his blue buff. Oh, do we actually need to make this kill happen? I think we are. Yep, we're just dead. What's he doing? He's going back over to the dragon? Good. Alright. Now he used both his wards, which means I should be able to go gank him. There should be no sight. Also, it's past 9 minutes, so that blast cone has already popped up. Maybe I should have left this open for for slowing him. Down 76 gold. There's no way that he's got the thing. He might just be recalling. I guess I'll just give this to the Scion. The reason I'm doing that is because I want the gold now, not later. Gonna make one more play right here, just looking at Lissandra, then we're gonna look to get a recall off. Oh, here we go. Don't think she needed to die. We're putting a second point in W just because we're in a farming stage of the game, and then we'll go all in to the E after that. That is hard steel. Alright, we're going to be full health coming out of the jungle. We'll pick up Triforce, and then everything will be defensive. Actually, don't get any spikes from taking any of these camps, so I'm just going to skip the camps right now and go straight forward. Vayne looks like she's trying to recall, so I might just try to stop the recall too. That'll be enough. Buys my team 8 seconds. Now with Vayne back, that actually means I can step up right here. No, 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 step forward. Just keep going, keep going, keep going. It's an easy hit. She can't go anywhere. Now his red buff's gonna come up in about 40 seconds. Should feel really strong here. Also have the R if there is a fight. So I'm just gonna hover their play. They get the push. Volibear's actually not even looking. He's going for this. Now let's push the wave, and I'll come and have this guy. And we're back to full health. Vel causes no threat to them. We do. Oh, Volibear showed up. Okay. Oh, what do you, she's spawning out of Zonias. That's a known time frame. That is something you absolutely want to hit. All right, let's see. Slow, 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 slow. Okay, that's enough. Maybe I want to go Stride Breaker, actually. Triforce too good. All right, did he have my red buff? The fact that he was over there means probably no. He did go up into my quadrant, but it might have just been to circle back on the Akali. Akali's getting some work done here. That fight was about to stop. That's why I didn't come to continue. Not nearly tanky enough right there. That's my bad. That is very much my bad. All right, that should be enough pressure. Hey, that kill back is really fortunate. Okay, count it. She gets the assist too. We'll be all right. Didn't use my ultimate. Maybe should have, could have. All right, Stride Breaker, Stride Breaker, Stride Breaker. AoE slow. No, I think we'll have enough. Triforce will be just better. Divine Sunder would take a huge chunk out of these beefcakes. Definitely an argument for going that. Somehow Volibear stayed ahead of me, even though I got a lot of counter jungling off. Basically the deaths, right? I probably could have sidestepped the end of that. This is a super scary lethal tempo build right there. And Divine Sunder means he's never going to lose to a tank. Just feeling real big. Hey, I don't know about going for that. Especially with this build, right? She's thinking she's got nothing left over once those are gone. That should have been a double up 100%. It's not your job. No way. Really? That's a freebie. Just take those stats. Something to go with. Oh, that guy walked into it. Beautiful. All right, we go Baron. I keep on meaning to not put more points in my W, but the situation keeps on arising where another point in W would just be the best thing. Closer, please. Thank you. We would really love to have 80 carry damage here. Guys are standing right in the most visible place, right? Not getting out of the ring. Why are they back pinging? Like, guys, my goodness. They're trying to do. Thing. I don't actually think I need a ward here. Could place a control ward, but that ward's fairly meaningless for what's going to happen here because we have the Baron buff we should be pushing. This guy should be slowing down the push. He should not be fast pushing like this. Reducing the power of our own. Push. Alright, there's some amount of heat down bottom, which means that we should be able to get some damage here. Normally I'd give the CS, except for it's such a big part of my kit to make sure that I'm getting the healing off of those. So that's why we're going to go there. Let's see. Rest of the damage. We do have magic damage, so Abyssal Mask is actually going to carry a lot of weight this game. Even works for my own ultimate. Wait for the supers. I wish they would keep the hold position ping. That one was really good. Probably moving through darkness is really sus. Alright, this wave we will crash in. Still too early. Putting pressure on the top waves, so here we go with this. This is dealing significant chip damage, plus we have Macaulay moving up. Have to worry about the Hex Gates. Alright, there's Scion ulting, Vayne's still down here, Lissandra's moving on, Volibear's moving on. Now, I could try to kill someone that walks out of here, kind of assassin mode it, but I have a little bit of unspent money, so I'm not really that much stronger than anybody. But we're just going to take the fact that they rotated this far over. 16 seconds till Baron, so this has to be the last thing I take. Okay. I am very tanky right now. Don't have the dead vein though. Probably should have a cleanup. We didn't get either of those ultimates off. That's a huge deal, right? They should have had a big position for themselves right here. Either one of them. There we go. There's the kills we needed. Sarah should start pushing the wave. Actually, even better would be Scion. Scion could go push this one. The rest of the team could go up north. Lock this, no problem. Nice, that's actually really smart usage right there. It's gone. I don't need any more help. Misfortune out, redraw our lines, go by, make sure we don't int right here. See you. Fuck that. Heal back up. Nice. Rip you apart. Beat you up. Didn't actually need to use my ultimate there to be lethal. Put this terrain up in front of these guys. I'm just face tanking for the Mundo. I'm not a significant source of damage. What I am is a lot of harass. Very sticky, very hard for them to get by. Anyways, this is a pretty nice win. Could have been much cleaner. Volibear fell off, which was a big difference. What's up, Act Riff? How you doing? Welcome from YouTube. Classic of Vel'Koz to just 1v2 half of lane. Who's he saying? Who's saying that? Bit too talented. Usually that means that there is some insult slinging going on. They didn't get much done though. Vayne never managed to get anywhere on the map. They went for picks. They never got anything off that. We had an early Heartsteel. This guy should have been able to carry. Like, by all means, this team should have been able to carry. Front to back fight. Vel'Koz can deal a lot of splash damage. This item's useless. You never want to go Demonic Embrace. This just wants to be Cosmic Drive. Cosmic Drive gives you more spells, which means you get more of these procs. These procs are meaningful. This one is not. Seraph's Embrace would also be meaningless. Hopefully they weren't building that, but sometimes you can just buy it for this. Oftentimes you see Lucid Boots also being much better here. All right, so I will set up the download. I'll try to get this back. I'm going to get a bite to eat. This is a reminder for you guys to stretch if you haven't done it in the past couple hours. Make sure you get up, move your body around. Do some stretches. It's good for your body. It's good for your mind to take a little break. Get your eyes a break too. Go into the outside so you can see long distances. Otherwise, our eyes get focused on working here. So there's a lot of things that we want to do to train our body to be stronger. So I'm going to take a little lunch break. I will be back as soon as possible. And flip side. So you're immortal now. Just once I play God, once you play God, crumble one by one. Then you realize right under the sun, see my kingdom come everywhere. God's baby, God. God's. Matters. La, la, la. We're immortal now. Thank God. Crumble one by one. Right in the sun, the day my kingdom come everywhere. Crumble one by one. Right into the sunlight of the day my kingdom come. Maybe wait, once you play God, they're gonna crumble one by one. Right into the sunlight of the day my kingdom come. Maybe where God, they will. God. Maybe we're such a banger song, guys. Like, absolutely insane, right? How good is that one? And I swear, the hype that goes around Worlds is directly proportional to how good the song is. Just, you know, the peak League of Legends was Warriors. It was just such a hype song. Everyone's just fully into it, right? And everyone wants to be part of it because it's just that intense. It's that like feeling. That's how I feel. It's like when I feel an emotional connection, that's going to make me want to go in. So speaking of emotional connections, let's do that today. This is going to be our Training Tuesday segment. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take a mundane task in the game. All right, for most of you, that's going to be laning. That's going to be CSing. So I'm going to go for 100 CS in 10 minutes. But I want to reestablish my baseline. There's a couple layers to this challenge since I'm pretty far into it. But there's several levels. We can do it at a base level, which is just the highest that you can get. Oh, I'm just kidding. But the idea is going to be that every time that I go up, I'm saying, all right, I really want to care for this. A couple breaths, right? Between waves. And saying, I'm going to get every single one of these. So as Ezreal, actually, you know what? I want to do this versus. Or just add another level of difficulty to it. Not trying to kill the bot. They're just there. It's something for me to try to hit with my Qs as we go. We'll go into the most common page with the champion. We'll go here. This is fine. Everything's fine about this. So what I'm going to do is go for 100 CS at 10 minutes. I'm also going to challenge myself to be looking at where could the jungler be. You know, I'm going to try to vocalize it too, which is very difficult. I'm also going to be looking at level spikes. When can I hit my levels? And using all of this information as much as possible to create the most stressful situation possible that still doesn't that still allows me to think about what I want to do with my mental. So allied dummy, we're gonna go allied dummy right here. Shift N and Shift B. Okay, all right. N. No dummy. Shift N. Okay. Shift B. Get it? There. All right. So they're there to help leech the experience. The Soraka's going to come here. What I want to do is prepare myself saying, all right, I'm going to put my first 2 Qs into the wave to stack my attack speed buff. I'm going to try to get the push on this champion. I'm going to try to harass Soraka every time that I have an opportunity to Q her. I'm going to Q her instead of the wave. And after every wave, I'm going to take a deep breath, all right, to try to bring myself back down to my baseline and then again make a new plan for the next wave, right? With the idea of which minion am I going to try to push to try to gain an advantage? What am I trying to get? I probably actually should have put my minion. Shift. No, I'm not. It's too late. Probably should have been 1 minion here since I'm going to be pushing. All right, here we go. Start ripping into them. Hit the Soraka when we can. We're moving around. I want to keep getting my charges up. First 2 Qs into the wave so I get my stacking bonus. I also hit the back line to syncopate their rhythm a little bit. And come here. Try to aim at her. Boom, she's actually sharing gold. Okay. All right, still going to go here. Next wave is coming. We take a deep breath. All right, now I know I'm going to hit 3 off of the 9th minion. Didn't actually need to go for that harass. I wanted to get these. Definitely missed a minion. Heal. Definitely don't want to get hit by that. Now this is the challenging part where we're last hitting versus all these extra minions. Take a deep breath. All right, it's 2:28. All right, it's been a minute since the jungler started, so they have enough time to cross on the other side of the map. Now they could be on my side as well, so this is where it becomes especially important potentially. Oh no. Still want to get all these last hits. It's going to start getting pretty challenging with this many minions. Okay, we've created a crash. So this is another level. You don't need to do this always, but creating a crash and trying to get back to your base. This will even go like this. Did we do that with no items? That with no items. That would explain the weird gold. Like, how did we end up here? All right, by getting the wave all the way under turret, we ensure that these things are all hitting them. Now, these back 3 actually didn't, so they started aggroing onto the melees. So we might actually lose a minion before getting back up here. That's okay. As I approach again, I'm going to do the same thing. Take a deep breath, come up with a plan. This time I have to come up with the plan that I'm very far away from level 4. I've lost 1 minion here, so I need to keep that in mind as I go forward for these spikes. Now I'm going to start using my Q to stack up again. Don't want to get hit by anything. I don't want to give her any windows. I would have preferred to obviously have a better situation right here. Hit by that. Wanted to get hit by nothing. I can be a little bit frustrated that I got hit by something, but it's not a big deal, right? So I take a deep breath. Now, next wave is coming. It's 4 minutes in, so we're talking about second cycles on Raptors or Gromp, right? Whatever they choose to get to is what they will be at right now if they're going for second camps. That means that there might be a jungler at their Gromp right now. But right now, I'm in my safe pocket, and my own jungler is taking their second Raptors, so they're thinking about coming nearby as well. I need to keep on spamming spells into the wave if I want to have any chance of clearing this in time, which it still won't even happen. We're going to get a rebound. Just a couple right there. I could go for an all-in combo here. Forgot my deep breath. Let me make sure to get that. All right, now we're going to start stacking this wave up. It's a slow push right now. Don't want to really punish her too much. All right, so I'm going to try to keep my stacks up. much as possible. Again, still trying to get the CS. I missed one. It's no big deal. We take our breath. We reset. It's 5:14. Junglers on the other side of the map. They're taking their second spawns on everything on the far side. They'll be back here soon, though. Got a clean kill. The combo was pretty nice. We're going to go for the max shove here, which means we're pushing in the casters first. Try to preserve as much HP on our wave as possible so we can get significant chunk damage onto the turret. Depending on what your goal is, you want to hit different amounts of minions, right? If I want to preserve HP on the wave, then I want to hit the casters. If I want the wave to die and I want it to come back to a neutral spot, then I don't want to hit the casters. I want to hit the fattest thing possible so that they have the most things alive as we can get. All right, we're going to go for one more crash here. We're actually super over pushed, which means that we have to be judicious about our efforts here. Now we're going to make things a little bit difficult by buying a Hydra here. Do we wait for mana? We're not waiting for mana. All right, 53 at 640. We could be at 65 by now. Fairly easily. That's okay. We'll keep on using our E. We're going to step forward. The wave's going to come to us. We're going to have to crash into this wave. Hit it hard to make it slam back. And we're going to have to go with one pass through. We didn't actually have enough money to buy ourselves a Vamp Scepter, which would have been nice. Guy just wants to get hit. 714, second spawns of buffs. So jungler could be on buffs. The pretty predictable space here. All right, this guy just wants to die. All right, so we go for pressure and we get to keep this up. We have full stacks as well. Now we've got a crashing in wave, so I can go to push this one in, look to proxy the next one. As you can see, things are a little bit harder when you have the Tiamat. Little mechanical test. Got that off. Now I had to hold my breath while I did that, right? So I got a little bit anxious. Now I want to remove that anxiety. I want to start breathing back in, recreate. I've actually put myself too close to this wall, which is something I shouldn't have done if I was going for that proxy. I'd want to crash this, go for the next. Now, I'm not going to go for any more. I'm going to take this next one way out in front. This ward is fine. It will tell me some amount of respawns. Bring myself back down. Just went for that trade. Obviously, they're not presenting much of a threat here as far as what they could be doing for dodging and threatening. But either way, the anxiety, you can still recreate that. You say, I want to do this combo perfectly. And by saying I want to do it perfectly, you can create the same amount of stress that you have in the game. Gonna keep my stacks up. Try to get this turret dead. Got hit again, obviously suboptimal. Bananas, don't kill me. Evasive maneuvers. I don't think she can hit me. Just outside her range. She does have boots though. Gonna have to dodge. Oh, she could have hit me. All right, I was ready to dodge though. Either way, I take my deep breath, come back down, I recall, start thinking about the items we're gonna shop for. In this case, it's very, very clean. We get Ravenous plus this, and we're in really good shape. I take my deep breath. All right, I got 81. 81's not great. I've had as many as 112. It's pretty easy to get over 100 if you're focusing on just doing that. Obviously, this game I spent a lot of time doing other things. I also pulled in 2 recalls on top of this third one. So each of those can cost me a couple melees, but job is done. Okay, but that's the drill. All right, I do that. I've already added different layers to it. So here's the drill. I'll put it all out here so you guys can see it. Zoom in, zoom volume, zoom in, Windows plus. Wheel. Oh, okay. All right. Well, anyways, I'll just read it out. So we have it listed out into different levels. You know, everything. Iron. It's just do the best you can. Get the most CS you can in 10 minutes. Level 2. Eyes up. Practice going for CS, but as the things in the air, you're looking up. I did not do very well at this. So did I do the most I can? 81 in 10 minutes is fairly low, but I was putting in a lot of other levels to this. Eyes up. I was not doing this very well at all. I was very focused on moving my eyes to my passive, and that needed to kind of be second nature. I needed to spend way more time looking at the clock. I did not hit 100 CS in 10 minutes. I was asking myself things about level spikes and where the jungler was, although I could have been more critical with my level up timers. We are doing it versus a bot. I was teasing the waves. I did some pulling and pushing. We got in the recall. We actually got in 2 recalls. And so we started doing everything, pushing the turret, trying to get all of that. And I was even practicing my mental. 9. Focus. Mindfulness training. Breathing. So that's the drill. You can do it on your own. You can do it. You can come back and ask me about it. We can do it together if you guys just want. You want a guided system. You're not sure where you belong on this level, then we can absolutely take a peek. Just go to gigagamingacademy.com and go to the coaching section and name your price. It's that simple. We're also doing a giveaway for all of the all of Worlds. Anyone who likes, comments, subscribes, if you're subscribed, if you've liked a post, and if you've commented to any of the posts at Worlds, then you will be able to go for the giveaway. We're giving away 10 hours at the Academy. 5 winners, 2 hours each. I'm going to try to recreate this. You know what? Let me do it in the bot lane because that's what I just did. Obviously want to make your drill as similar as possible to what your game situation is going to be. So in this case, I wanted to practice it. I did it in the bot lane with Ezreal. I should do it in the bot lane with Ezreal. Maybe I should play Warwick today. Son's dressing up as a zombie for Halloween, and he's got this like win, lose, or tie, Patriots fan till I die, but it's gonna have like claw marks across of it, and I'm gonna be Wolverine. So maybe we'll have some kind of narrative to play there. Be sick. New Zeri Jungle Mythic. My goodness, I'll have to check that out. All right, we are Ezreal. Let's just go with the most common page. We'll go like this. Can go biscuits for a more prolonged phase. This makes sense. You get bloodline because you don't have it elsewhere in the bed. I actually like this way, especially since I go Ravenous Hydra. This gives me some extra tools. Plus, we can also go a cut down depending on how many tanks they have, especially if they have a beefcake to match the Nautilus. Who do I want to ban? Let's ban Bard. Bard can be a huge problem for Briar. You can isolate the fight. Briar says she's going to arrive. You can either just cancel the arrival, make her wear out the rage, or you can isolate the rest of the team while the Briar goes off, so Briar can be very good. Also, Briar's always going out of line in you, so it's always easy for Briar to hit the Q on the arrival time. So there's a couple things that Bard can do to play that. Let me try to pick with my Alistar. Alistar roaming is let me show this guy. Now, if you're a support player, some of the things you can do to practice that, you can practice setting up minions. You can go for hits that aren't last hits. You try to get the minions as close to 1 health as possible. You also want to practice when to step out of lane, right? Practice where's the jungler going to be. I want to be warding 15 seconds before his first window for ganking, and that should cover all 4 windows that he could gank, at least the first 4. You want to have that timing down perfectly, all right? And then next, you want to practice when do I leave so that my carry gets 1 extra solo minion, all right? That's what you want, because 1 extra solo minion is the difference between this champion hitting level 5 and 6 on a wave earlier, right? If you stick around and you leech everything, you'll both be level 4.99, and that's the situation. So you want to learn those timers, like go into a pro discussion or watch a pro game and watch how they step to the side, and then you see how their carries go hit level 5 while they're level 4. The concept being that if both of you suck up all 6 minions, then you're both 4.99, and that doesn't do anyone any good. If you step aside and you let them get that last caster by themselves, they hit 5, you're still 4, you still share the first melee of the next wave, and you still end up hitting level 5. So you hit 5 on the same minion, they get it a minion earlier. That's the sort of optimization you can. Why switch from good AP pick to AD when we all AD? We're good. We got a good split. I can always deal more magic damage potentially. You guys can enter the sweepstakes too, by the way. Just go check out any of the videos, preferably all of them. All right, I think I spend a lot of work. If you guys could go and give a couple thumbs up, that'd be great. But as long as you're subscribed and you've commented on any of the world's videos, you are eligible to win the sweepstakes. All right, it's Kate Lux. Kate Lux, is almost a lane that I want to have something else on. But you know what we're gonna do? We're gonna go like this. That is not our intent. I'll ping that I'm going here. I'm just going to let them know that I need to go hover this area for a moment. A little bit late coming out. The cull is a concession to the fact that we have a losing lane and Alistar can just play all the way back. Malphite's coming in late. That's fantastic for us. I get none of this. He flashes. No one's willing to flash ahead. Could have also gone tier, right? Tier is a reasonable place to begin. I love that we brought a sweeper, guys. Nice job. You got credit for that? All right, where's Briar going to start? Hopefully Raptors. Three ganking mid, let him push maybe? Okay, no, he wants to do red into Krugs into Raptors. Alright, it's Lux Kate, so we have to avoid this. We're going to have to go here. I could have dropped a ward to try to avoid that, but there's really no big prize to it. Allie. Come on, Allie. Allie, you're really fucking late, man. Hit it. Job as a support is to hit those ones that are hard to get. Alright, we're just going to scale up. It is what it is. It's a Lux Caitlyn lane. There is no business here. Like, never get hit. Not once. That should be your objective here as Alistar. We are never going for hits. We're never doing anything. Kane went red side, so Kane's going here. We'll take a deep breath because we got a little bit heated. This guy's taking some chunks here that he doesn't need to be taking. Could have even gone fleet footwork here. Let's go for the maximum healing into this Kate Lux lane. Didn't adapt. Also wanted to keep things as similar as possible to a another set of games. All right, we'll make sure that it's last hittable by the Alistar. Oops. Could put a second point into Q because I don't need anything into W here. Really don't want this to come back or to push back. So as long as Kate's pushing at all, we're happy. Alistar can just help me with the last hits under turret. Now this chip damage that I'm doing is actually kind of meaningless. It's almost a waste of mana. I might decide to stop. Just gonna let him know that he can have it. Hey. Alright, now's your window. That's a headshot. This guy wants to step forward to try to get his headshot. That's a little bit of an exploitation potential. Briar's in position. We're going to start fighting this back. Prepare to optimize ourselves. We got hit by that. That's too bad. Ooh. Oh. Left by this Alistar, and this guy's out of mana now too. Now, ideally, this is not the best use of my time. Just gonna jump in. Give him 2 Qs. Not even, because I don't have enough mana. And we rotate out. Make sure he's got smite. This, and a little bit of extra attack speed. Since we've got AD, we're going to look to just spam push this wave. Never present a target. There's a world where we actually don't even buy the dagger, but I think the dagger will give us a little bit of help. Could have considered selling this right here for 38 gold and actually gone for a longsword instead. I think. Could also have used my E here, but it doesn't really matter. This wave's coming in. Nothing's going to die. So, challenge accepted here. We're at the beginning of level 5. All but 2, not bad. Alright, we can actually hit level 6 if we fast push this. Alright, so now we're actually part of this fight. Even if we can't quite reach, we can always ult. Actually, we're going to throw our ult right here. Oh, I missed a cannon because of that. It is a 3-man hit, like... Yeah, and that even hit. I could have dodged forward. That was more one that I did because I could. I shouldn't have done it, though, because I knew Kane was in the vicinity. So that actually just goes down, chalk that one up as a really just numbskull move. Also a little bit late coming over. for this. All for a teensy bits of poke. All right, we're going to let the wave sit here again, just the same way that we did last time. No, did I really walk into there? Hey, okay, that's going to matter for this engage window. Just zoning. Take any hits though, please. We shove because we have to. Don't even mind that I'm taking a spell hit there. All right, now boots are coming online at 11:15, so I want to just like put myself through these biscuits. I can start taking trades to try to do it. I was very happy with where things have been, apart from this somewhat inauspicious recall. Could have gone for a much more aggressive one. All right, dragon spawning. Junglers were seen top, so we're going to go and hard push this, try to set ourselves up for the dragon. They're stuck on this rotation. They're actually going to give up a significant chunk of damage here. Actually already moved over this guy? Okay. I'm enjoying this lane very much, sir. No, the biscuits. I could have had 2 biscuits going. Instead, we just had that. All right, so that's his flash. I also had heal available, so big a miss. And I am also 1 short on this. 1100 means we'll be able to pick this up. We don't need to sell these. Actually, we do, don't we? Just to get out of base a little bit faster. It's worth. All right, now I'm feeling super solid here. We're also going to be springboarded towards second item because of the cult. Deep breath. Made a mistake. Could have functionally gone after him. I like the decision to go after him. But could have actually played much more exploitatively, especially since he was 0-3. Luckily, nope, never mind. I spoke too soon. Oh. Prior called back, so we didn't want to continue any further with that. Fury is trying to come over here. No, she's stuck middle again. That was a hit. All right, so we're throwing this. Get the assist, baby. Alistar gets an assist too because he healed me. That's hilarious. See? Okay. Definitely room for mechanical improvement on my part right there, for sure. I will go with this. Cooldown is attack speed on Ezreal. Just get to hit more spells. I actually want to start rotating over, so I'm going to go here. I'm going to ask Nefiri to swap. 15 minutes. We could also just throw my ultimate right here. Checking with this. All right, it's there. Alistar, come here. Nefiri, come here. Are we just too late for this? I see Malphite, I see Lux. Caitlyn is probably not present either. Come on, help me. Winning, we're good, we're good, we're good. Heal back up off the wave. Grabbing his Hydra Tech. "51 seconds. We still get to push this for sure. Did we really miss? All right, Nefiri surely hit. Malphite has no ult. We're in position for the dragon though, so we can go ahead and take that for ourselves. I don't need this gold. It can go over to Nefiri. That's fine with me. It's just about the speed. Heart rate's actually really high, so I need to bring myself down. Now that should sit in a pocket. I'm gonna go mid Nefiri. Just gonna go there. All right. That's fine. We can go for this push. We're actually perfectly timed on this wave. We can stack it up. Well, preferably I don't miss 2 of the CS. All right, take a deep breath. All right, and we're out. That red buff will not survive long enough for me to walk back from base, so I'm just going to go pick it up right now, and then I'll grab it and push mid. $23.33 is sort of tragic. It's actually really tragic. It's worth waiting for this. Big item. Big item. Could have sat on the call and could have just walked back out with a control ward. Would have been okay too. No, I would have had the components. All right, 152. Caitlyn has more CS, but has 3 deaths that we can take pleasure in having accounted for. Big kill right here. We're going to throw this right in the backside. We've got a couple ults being used. They are going to contribute. Or not. Now, this is kind of an awkward spot here because we don't have the wave. We don't have wards in the junctions. This is why I like this build so much more, because you can actually just siege, right? Like with Cyrilda's Grudge, it's all about single target and like assassination damage. All right, now we're holding down this juncture the way that we should be. Stack up my tier once. They're actually all going to be in this line. Big damage. Oh no! The maiden. Luckily, there's a big sound, a big effect for that one. Right. I heal up off the wave. Bomba. Ultimate, we'd like to use the ultimate spawn to get any of the things coming out of the base. Also, we get the nice AoE from here. All right, that was exciting. So I got myself up for it. I felt like I was okay. I was pretty tense. Waves already pushed in. We have ultimate as well, so we can push in side waves as well. I'd like to get this red buff before we go. We're going to do it while pushing the top wave, because we want to keep these things pushed up as much as possible. Did I not get this the first time around? Alright, that's lame. We're in position to push. I do want to slow this down a little bit. I want to wait for my next wave to come, so I'm not just going to spam at everything. I'm just going to go for frame last hits if we can. Also don't want to present any sort of target. We're far away. I see Kayn and Malphite, which are the two biggest aggressors on me, so I am feeling pretty good about moving forward. Ezreal into York is a very good matchup for me. No assists, no big deal though. I got bricked. Flyby. Bro asked to play jungle and just dropped the biggest. Oh, they're all ganging up on him. That's too bad. Wasn't level 1 like heinously bad for them? That always affects the junglers. Alistar played great. $150. I think we got time for a couple more. Ooh. Why is it like this? The masterwork. I don't know if we even. Gee. So yeah, there were a couple moments in that game where I felt myself kind of, my throat was up in here after like a lot of, especially the protracted siege in front of mid lane. I could feel myself getting more tense, right? And as we get more and more tense, our performance will go down, our decision making will go down. Those are things that you want to bring down. So you want to be able to have that deep breath, kind of work it into those protracted moments, and you try to do it between waves, right? Every single wave, try to set yourself up so that you can be exactly where you want to be. I brought myself back down to baseline. say, okay, I want to care. I didn't do a great job of pushing myself up to deal the maximum, because if I had been, I also would have been looking for exactly where the cane was, whether or not I could line up my EWQ combo, which is something a lot of people don't know about Ezreal. Even like legit, even pros, when you E, you will always hit the target that you're closest to, right? And when you hit it, you will face them. So E, if you're going to hit onto one of them, your E will auto make you hit face them. So then your Q, if you're on the same cursor point, if you haven't moved your cursor, it'll throw it right at them. So anytime that you hit your W in lane at any moment, you can EQ and it's a guaranteed hit. And then with that, you just have to keep in mind exactly, you know, what it's going to mean for dodging spells afterwards. But as far as like opportunities for big damage combos, that's absolutely there. And I didn't have a good chance, or I didn't take advantage of my good chances to do that. Thank you. What's up, Ben? How you doing? Any thoughts on how the Kasante rework, his win rate skew is even more extreme between low and high elo? Well, that's still very early on in the process, right? So no matter what, that's always going to be the case, especially since high elo people tend to practice. They tend to actually master things faster than low elo players do. Low elo players are now needing to readjust to the things that they thought they knew, and many of them don't read patch notes, for example. So they may even go through a couple games where they don't know what's happening. That can cause a slight dip. So I would still give it time for that to work its way out. Let's see if it's showing up. It's 1321. Why is Zyra listed as she got banned? She got buffed. Ban rate going way up. Win rate in high yellow is higher. So what was the discrepancy here? It looks like low yellow got a bigger jump. 49.63 at the trough. So 7.1. Now we're talking about this would have to be 54.0. Okay, yeah, it's a slightly closer. No, this graph doesn't show Master GM challenge. Yeah, that's true. All right, so let's look. This right here is at about 53. So if we go Master Plus, what's the win rate over the past 30 days? Yep, makes sense. Although when you are that rank, you're necessarily sometimes playing against people that are lower ranked than you. So those numbers always get skewed. Just about every champion has a plus 50 win rate because their games just get populated with diamond players sometimes. What's up, Trump City? All right, this is a definite MR game. Here we're going to go attack speed since we've got the Ravenous Hydra coming in. Could go this way, but there's good synergy with the water. No, what a question. Not yet. Yet. How about you? All right, Swain Kaisa. We are Ash Ezreal, so we have a ton of kill threat in this lane, so we're going to go for Dorans this game. Try to press up onto them. If you're on this from my team, please mute. Everything I say has enough of a delay that it's not worth trying to parse it, and it's also an extra source of distraction, so you will do much better, trust me. If you have it muted, you can come join after the game. The Ash showed. That is unfortunate. That guy was literally about to go walk in there, feed us a ward, and several hundred damage. It's too bad. Alright, Spectral Sickle. Hopefully we're talking about Umbral Glaive and Black Cleaver. After that, I don't care. But we shall see. Cassin's got an interesting role to play this game. Going to get bullied by the Orianna early. I should have just did that. Oh, Kaisa going for some amount means that Evelyn's probably on Raptors. Now they're going to have that exact timer down. No big deal. I actually made a mistake. I was playing around his E. Absolutely didn't need to do that. I can actually hold this here and try to shove the next wave because it is a cannon. It will survive long enough where we can kind of hold her prison to this for a little bit longer. That can get me a little bit of a better back. I don't like what this guy's doing, taking that much damage solo trade. So missed my own Q, so I need to get myself off tilt for that. So that as well. And now because of that aggression, we had to push this, which means that we're very slow for this. It means I'm kind of upset about this sequence, but it is what it is. Deep breath. Optimize again. I actually got hit by that, didn't I? Wave will come out, so we'll have a meaningful advantage to play with. Kaisa's stuck in a really bad spot now where she wanted to stay for that whole wave. She's got biscuits to play with, but I'm going to be up a combat item. Once she's able to play with this wave, I'll actually want to fight for this because Eve is probably on the other side of the map. Don't like Graves coming mid at all. There's no chance that you're ever getting anything done there. He's only on 3, like he's not even taking his next camp. Like a huge... we see Eve and Tom Kench. That's it. Enough. Tried to block for the W, wasn't good enough. May minions, not worth holding for that long. Ouch. I don't have another biscuit. It's not even coming up close. Feeling really bad about this. I just want to step to the side. Didn't think about Kaisa for a moment, and that's all it took. But this is the big advantage Ash has, which is the big all-ins. Just do both of those things together, right? There's no point in getting ripped apart by this dragon while the other guy's doing the other thing. Really a demonstrable misplay by Graves. I'm just going to hold on to this aggro because they're going to win that fight by themselves, so I'm just going to hold this. Now they're going to go for recalls, which is I'm going to let them take the aggro again. We all have to recall off of that. Gonna do this. Should have been Biscuit first. Anyways, we lost all of our tempo. It's a bad dragon play. Obviously, going for the scuttle was even worse, but the split was bad. We ended up getting a kill for it. And I can play safe. My name is Ezreal. Good. I did not need to do that. It's gonna hit. Graves is looking. They're pretty low. Definitely an okay time to be a Graves here. Not looking. He's looking at the. Means I'll be looking at the even. Oh. I really want to get Tiamat, folks. Like really, really, really badly. Hey. Help me push, please, before you back. This Graves literally went to his jungle Wolves Gromp recall. This is something that you never want to do as a jungler. That's how badly I wanted my Tiamat, guys. Maybe should be trying to go Triforce in this game. There's a lot more single target damage available to me, but I just want to get this push. I want Ashe to be able to do other Ashe things. Now we could go over here. I would love Ashe to go rotate. Right now would be a great time to go over here. Maybe not with the fact that top laner died, but it does have, let's see, 64 seconds. Never mind. Herald's dead. Would have been a good time to rotate over. Ashe has not used any windows to go over, and largely it's because she's not 6. You know, W, she's okay. The Hawk Shot can provide a lot of help from the bot lane, but she should be helping me to try to like steamroll these guys, and instead we're really, really far behind. Wow. Just took way too much damage there. There's Casser or Graves nearby. If they are, then we have a chance at this. No, 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 no. No, I couldn't even get the E forward. I tried. I wanted to kill that guy so bad. Almost flash forward just to go for that. That's too bad. That's too bad. Alright, it is what it is. We've fallen so far behind. This guy needs to hit 6. $600 gold Kaiso, probably something we need to solve soon. They shouldn't go for Dragon. They should go for Recall because they've got so much standing gold or gold in their inventories. Azrael should step back up and get this solo. It doesn't really do her any good to come up, especially not the first one, right? The next one, sure. Six, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Woo! Not bad, not bad. He has a completed Storm Razor, folks. Ash is chunked out again. Guy has nope. Oh, I missed. I don't have the fortitude to use my flash. If I were better at the champion, maybe I'd flash right there and go for the kill, especially since Conquer was stacked. That's too bad. Also didn't even see Ash going for the arrow. That was a close call. Really, really, really ravenous money. Probably just a mistake. Should be uncontested right here, though. We stepped back for a moment to convince them that I'm not here. We back up, we get our Ravenous Hydra money, and we rotate. It also makes sure that that wave goes down under the turret for them. Free a challenger style. We're going to leave base without anything else. We're going to use one of our refillable stacks because we're never going to want to have more than them going off. Okay. Pass it in. Thought I was flashing the first one. I may have actually dodged the W. I didn't actually fully see. I need to get out of this. We'll just drop one ward in case they need it. Can I throw an ultimate somewhere random? If they go for the dive here, I definitely will. Woo. Thought about buying myself a Dark Seal there. That extra damage might have made a difference. Completely honest. What is this on my screen? Still showing up? Nothing there. I'll let Graves get this. Wait, that's Kaisa. That's not my friend. Why did I think that this was my friend? Oh my gosh. That's awful. That is so bad. Hopefully we get a kill on Kaisa because of it. No, 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 no. You go for this. Graves, are you fucking kidding me right now? Alright, so I got a little bit heated. I need to regulate myself. I need to go back to my baseline, so I'm going to take that deep breath. Realize what it is. We've got a super fed Kaisa that we need to find a way around. Swain has been playing very aggressively, so there might be a window for me to go after them. I want to dutifully just keep on pushing this wave as much as possible. Got Ravenous Hydra, so I can go for side camps as well. Work. Oh, maybe it will. It will. Our stacks up, use our Q, passes up this. Actually should have saved this until the stacks were going lower. Might get lucky if there's a raptor camp here. No. Get that last Q off. Could have hit that early. W auto. Auto Q, don't move the mouse. Rip into her. Try to split myself on one extra minion there for the Q. Now this game, unlike last game, we actually have completed tier by this point, so we're going to go ahead and try to build this out as quickly as possible. Cast it and pushing midwave. Will we do this? Mark's got an angle on her. Aye. Aye, and Nash is gonna die as well. Didn't need to go forward with my E like that. Gonna get stomped in this fight once again. Tom Kench can completely ignore what he's doing. Graves has got the angle. Kais is the one that matters. Yep, I would be pissed too. I completely turned around, had no idea. Alright, Cass is on their two most important items. Are they willing to rejoin here? Just gonna ult this right away. $33. I don't know that we have any present. You know what we should do is just take this with the maiden. 100% we should just take this. Just gonna hold rotations here. I'm gonna shove this wave so that they have the least amount of information about it. Up here, York. Burst this guy. That's gonna hit both as well. Now we go over here. Pushing's a fine idea. York dying is awful, obviously. Lucky? Woo! Second time we almost get lucky. Alright, so that was a high pressure situation. Obviously we're frustrated that people keep on dying on their own and like no real good reason for it, so we'll just take that deep breath. We're gonna go forward. We're gonna leave Tom Kench on the other side of this fight. We saw him. That's okay. We can ignore him. His name's Tom Kench. His name is not Renekton. Keep on pushing. We'll just keep an eye on our left side. Take a deep breath. We're ready to go. We're going to give it our all for this push right here. We're 5v3. And keep our stacks up. Hassan spending his auto Q right there is really frustrating. It just kind of shows what sort of player he's proving to be in this game. I'll stand in front of them, make sure that they can't get anything else off. And we get the heal. Oh yeah, I meant to block that for the guy. Hey. Job by the Ash. Do we go straight for this wave? 3 people still dead? Yeah, it makes a lot of sense. I actually almost went back to the scuttle. That would have been a huge mistake. Could even keep going. Watch this. I'm going to ult right here. Going to wear that out. Oh yeah, I walked into it. Almost pulled a Cloud9 right there. Too soon? Oh yeah, it's Eve. Okay. I don't think I can get out of this, but maybe. Nope. That guy's hitting really fucking hard. That new HP scaling that he's got. Egads. Casson has to beat him, right? Like, maybe he doesn't. Oh, a guy tried to throw his Q. He doesn't realize it doesn't go over walls. And Ash died to Eve. Oh, that's what we get for the overstay. Didn't need to press up for anything. All right, 2283. So we've got enough. Sorry, we won't have enough with this. After we ult a wave, though, we can. One of the things that we can do is just look to always keep the sideways pushed, so we can just ult over here, and we'll have enough money by the time this hits, most likely. Their wave should kill this. All the casters should line up right here. I put it too far forward. Okay. Probably a better plan would have just been to walk out, go get some money on the map, and come back, still have the Dorns available to myself. But I made a mistake. This guy's got Hull Breaker. He should definitely be going side to side here. I shouldn't have been shoving that wave. That's a big mistake. All right, we want rotational ward number 1 here. And another one. Okay, the team's not ready. We're trying to give the push to the Yorick. Grace needs to stay. That guy just tongue lashed me all the way over that wall. Luckily he's not going Abyssal Mask. It looks like he's going Spirit Refuge. Spirit Visage, I mean. Lost focus at the wrong time. Was pressing tab and trying to think about what his Bramble Vest combination was going to be, and the fact that he's going for Spirit Visage, which is just an obviously huge punt. Abyssal Mask would be insane this game, and this item does nothing. But then I died, so it is. Pop it. Back away. Back away. I shouldn't have even cast his E, because now he's losing his Maiden. I will start working towards our Cyrilda's Grudge. Supers are in base, so we should still have the inside track to this. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. And there it goes. Ooh, another close one. All in. We absolutely win this. We win this, guys. We win this. We win this. We win this. Doesn't matter that it's all going into the Tom Kench. Apparently it does when I can't get my heal off. They jump into the back. Was that Eve wearing the ball and I never saw it? That'd be a smart play by them. That is something I did not consider. I wanted it to be true. It was true. We definitely had that window to go for them. Alright, what cooldowns? I didn't keep track of anything. 3 Rabadons on their team. Almost makes me want to go for Mauve Malmortius first. Literally everyone on their team dealing magic damage. Especially this guy, right? Like, what we should be doing is just aligning a nice, solid group up strat. Uh-oh. Gonna try my ult. Coming right here. It's not gonna hit anything, though. York's teleporting in as well? My goodness. I don't mind the effort. Okay. One shot, big crit off of the one crit item. I love it. Oh, we almost got it. Still no MR items. Now, a little conundrum right here. We've got not a push forming here. Could have had something 50-50 up here. It looks like they skipped that. They're going for just structures. It's a totally reasonable plan. Try to kill this inhibitor before anyone else comes up. Basically like having a Baron buff. Can I get enough of a push down in the bot lane with an ult? I don't think so. This is where I want my far side alteration. Random over there. Just want Yorick and Cassidon to play with the sideways, you know? It's just very dangerous for us because we have Evelyn on the enemy team. Teleport coming in from them. Ouch. Ouch. Stop this back. I don't think we stopped it. Fudge. Did actually help push here, which is kind of funny. Go for the immediate this. Right? I'm just dead. That's my fault. That's me being stupid. I was trying to count the Cassidon. Or check for his teleport wards. Should have just been playing what my job is. Oh, those W's are really hurting. All right, 34 seconds on Ashe. I'll be up in time for the dragon. It's going to take them a while. They do have the triple infernal buff, so their damage is really, really high. Unfortunately, the infernals plus all these rabadons are like stacking on stacking on stacking, so we have a big headache ahead of us. I might just use my ultimate in the top wave to try to end the game. In fact, that's what I'm going to do. I didn't switch to far side alteration. I'm a noob. Raises by himself. I don't know what plan I can do here except for trying to stop the What? Oh my gosh. Alright, 2 inhibs down. It's not nothing. Would have preferred that Yorick left his maiden here. So if you're going to int like that, the maiden doesn't really help you for those damages, right? You're just going in with the hull breaker. You're trying to buff everything. You want the maiden to be pushing the whole time. Maiden's also stronger than supers. So you can't just face her off right against the super, but your wave plus a maiden is stronger than their wave plus a super. That's definitely an opportunity that Yorick can try to take advantage of. But I think we're not going to get another chance this game. I definitely missed on my opportunities in the early game to deal more damage in those windows, and certainly made some mistakes while I was watching other players. But as far as resetting my mental, feeling good about that. Yeah, absolutely. This it was a good job going up, going in. Didn't feel like I got overheated ever. Didn't feel like I was ever too strung out, although there might have been one opportunity where I could have continued the fight going forwards. I thought I was a little bit late on where Kaisa got away. That was me trying to process all the stuff that's going on, which is very, very difficult, right? At that stage, going how much is actually getting used, what resources are still available. So I'm going to go confirm with myself whether or not it could have been a kill or not. I think it's after this next push, right? So we just have the revolving door of death down here. Obviously, is something we need to avoid. Maybe it was earlier. Could have been earlier. The one. This is the one. All right. So Kaisa escapes. Tracking. So this is a point where if I had been tracking a little bit better, I would have been able to follow. Definitely caught up to this. Right here, that click backwards was a mistake. That click backwards is a mistake. And then at this point is when I said out loud, wait, shoot, I probably could have gotten more. Was trying to make this shot through the bush lethal. Thought that would be good enough, but the flash and then the move to the side. So good job by Kaisa to survive that. I certainly could have kept on going forward. So even though I was very happy with myself this game, a small goal I can have is make sure that I'm keeping more attention in those high moments, right? Because it gets more and more amplified. The stakes get higher and higher and higher as the game continues, and as that price come forward. That's what I'm saying. The problem is that you shouldn't be drawing lines that are similar, guys. You're not me. Right? You're a younger player with better mechanics that has more capacity to do more in these games. So you should not be in the same game as me. I'm talking, I'm streaming, I'm doing plenty of things that create sources of distraction, right? You don't have that. So you should be focusing on what you can do better, not comparing yourself to anybody else, not for any reason. Do we keep on going with Edge? Do we swap it up? We could go Kaisa. We could go into that cool Kaisa build. I get another opportunity to do that. You know, people throwing insults, just take a deep breath. It doesn't matter. You can just shake it off. What do I want to do against these guys? Thresh. Let's play a Kate. People have been going for more and more lethality builds. I still think, you know, Collector is totally fine. Collector Infinity Edge is a fine way to start the game. And Berserker Greaves. Infinity Edge on Caitlyn simply because she has access to the free critical strikes. This is amplifying the amount of AD that you have. This tends to be best if you're going for more attack speed. You kind of want to have a balance no matter what you're doing, right? If you go here, then you want to pick up an earlier Bloodthirster. If you go here, then you can go off of Zeal items for longer. The big question is going to be whether or not I want to go Stormrazor. Stormrazor to reposition against these two, pretty good. Good for cutting this. Might actually just be the best item here. Oh, let's look at your Reddit post. All right, let's check it out. Santa is now more viable and total win rate skew is somehow. So this is a 9% skew and this is a 6% skew. Okay, that follows. Right, this is going to happen because players in higher ELO are going to be better at mastering the champion. This just tells you that it needs to be nerfed, is what that means. You got me, man. Master E, mate. Big chunks. Totally worth. All right, so now they've got a completely scuffed lane phase. Thresh is going to be late, so I'm just going to pull the minions. Send a Q through the back line. They're trying to leash on top of this, so this guy's just way, way, way late. There's no way that they get back in time. Xayah might be incentivized to over leash here. I'm going to do this little push trick. I take my deep breath. Grab all three minions. We'll do this. The fact that Nami's late is unexcusable. Okay. What is that? What are you stepping up there for? And now I watched you, which means I lost a cannon, which means I'm tilted and I need to take another deep breath. This guy's not casting his E on me. Okay. Shorted them. That sucks. Definitely could have walked away with way more CS. Staying here for pressure would make sense for the Amumu, but I don't want to overstay. These guys are in a really tough spot no matter how you cut it. Maybe it's even just right. I don't know. I'm going to get any sort of spikes going this way. Probably just... All right, let's see. Does she know? She knows. Threaten? Threaten? Stopping Zaya is actually perfect. Played. That guy on Dragon the whole time. I should have been looking up. That's on me for not seeing that. bad idea. Lowy counters a moo. Quinn counters a Lowy. I didn't need to flash. Spending a lot on this. Big scary chunk of damage to be taking. Thresher online with that. Bang, big damage. Okay. Not bad. Mechanically misplayed. It's my own damn fault. Some people claim that there's a moo to blame, but I know my own damn fault. Now he stays for some inexplicable. But if he's really paying attention, he comes over and we have numbers up for that fight, we're going to be in a really good spot. I just use this to stop the back. About to walk through. I don't think it's enough though. All right, shield especially. Sion's got the angle. He's looking at them and he's coming over as well. If I didn't put myself in my Q animation, I would have killed her. I was trying to stay here? Okay. I was gonna bait this for long enough. And not a cannon wave. She's really low though. Good job, baby. Trying to stop the backs, that'd be sweet. This guy's doing work. Goodness. I don't know that I even want to be mid. We've got all the turrets down. We've got a big lead in that department. They have nothing. They have 9 kills, but it's not going to be enough. Down 24 CS, down 20 CS, down CS, down CS. So, like, literally every position's losing. Plus, they have bases exposed. Let's drop this back here. That'll see any rotations through mid. And get another one up here once we can. We're going to try to stack this wave. It's getting a little bit overeager in that matchup, huh? Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm stunned and I'm dead. I'm just a numbnut. I'm a fucking numbnut. JK. There's a masturbate. I'm a masturbator. I knew too, right? Like, didn't need to go anything besides this. This is all I need to go. I want to get BF Sword and I want to go Farsight. That's my next spike. You know, am I really going to sit around until we have pickaxe money? No. So, like, absolutely an opportunity for me to get it back there. Did not need to go for one more wave, especially that being the nature of it. We also have diminishing pushes here. The fact that this one's starting to feel a little bit stronger into the Quinn now that he's got the Iceborne Gauntlet. Eat that item. All right, this goes in. That's significant chip damage. Now we work around Baron. Going to try to keep mid lane pushed in as much as possible. We don't need this anymore, so we'll go for pickaxe. Like we said before, that this is going to be the only attack speed item that we go, really. Teeny bit from here. Teensy tiny bit. Quinn can go push that. She's got double on hits. Interesting to see where she goes next. Uh-oh. Okay, that's it from the Annie. She's super small. She doesn't actually have anything left. She's just going to die here. Would like to be able to go get a ward line up. I guess Scion's just enough of a threat up in front of me that I'm going to be okay. Like that. Are they aced? Is that for real? I might be looking to int to go the rest of the way. Alright, so we lost one. No problem. GG. Effing trash top. And yeah, who actually won? Was it top? She played great. Rui-chan. She even held last hits. She even pulled the wave. She even eventually took her a moment to get warmed up to it, but started using her E for the trade patterns. Everything started being good. I did a good job with my breathing, staying mindful, getting those in between waves. I wasn't really vocalizing as much because I noticed in the past couple of games when I'm vocalizing it that it's that much harder for me to think about what's next, right? And so this game we even made a mistake like that where we're watching the Amumu trying to think about like what's Amumu's timing can it be, and that's the window where we die. And so we just need to eliminate those moments, and we actually would have had a perfectly clean game. We could call ourselves reckless, move to Europe, move to Denmark, and join an LEC team. Obviously, there's a little bit more to it than that, but these guys did great. Quinn took over that matchup. Well done. Blade the Rune King to exploit the HP stacking makes a lot of sense. Black Cleaver does not make much sense this game, although eventually you have to go after the Scion, so I suppose. But obviously Iceborne Gauntlet being a huge deal here. Probably would have preferred Sterix Gauge or something. I don't even know what you could afford to go against these guys. Probably not. Just a pretty scuffed time. Why you don't want to allow your in pick phase. Zaya was going here. She was going to get Rory Quickblades next. Makes sense. Annie doesn't have Lucid Boots. Lucid Boots is a big opportunity to get more plays off. Lightning Jewel also kind of awkward. Like, yes, it is the single highest second item to get in games where people are getting tons of farm, tons of levels, and buying themselves the appropriate defensive items. These are not those games. You tend to not want those, but especially just comparing this doesn't work, right? Lightning Jewel, even if you finish the Void Staff and then buy the Blasting Cone, right, for Rylai's. All right, Rylai's is just such a key item. When you think about the stat profile that Rylai's give, the fact that it gives bonuses to the Tibbers and it's giving you more AP for the shield than Lightning Jewel, right? So these sorts of items matter more when you're actually getting resisted against and when you have a meaningful front to back target that you're going to get by. So do not copy the pros. In fact, sometimes the pros are wrong in doing this. This is something that's coming up with the Syndras and the Orianas, where they're buying second item Void Staffs because some analyst told them that it's more damage, and it doesn't matter because the size of your shield matters. The time to kill for Syndra matters. You absolutely need to make sure that you're hitting hard, hitting often. You need to have the right boots. Would have preferred to see something like Lucid Boots. Landry's was fine, and then go Rylai's, and then you can go buy this if you want. Although I'd still rather get this fourth item. Mathematically, yes, for the damage against people with 100 resistances, yeah, you're dealing more damage. But not everyone's got 100 MR. Specifically, the targets that you're going for don't tend to have 100 MR. And especially in solo queue, people are not organized where they're hiding behind the big tank. So definitely just in anything lower than high YOLO, right? Diamond 2 plus, you do not need to buy this item second. And even then, you have to you need to be like a Syndra that bought Sork Shoes and Ludens, right? We see too much of this like Merc Treads into Leandries into Void Staff, and that's just not it. Cosmic Drive. If you're going to go for more cooldowns, go for Cosmic Drive, then you can buy it. But anyways, very happy with my own progress for the breathing. I also was able to recognize that while I was vocalizing things that it kind of slowed me down. That's always going to be the case. You guys will be able to implement this a little bit faster than I could. But also, just noticing those moments where I definitely today didn't get hot basically at all. There's 2 moments where I felt like, man, I really screwed that up and could have done better. And there's another moment where I was pissed at a teammate, but those immediately deflated because the whole time I was just focusing on my own breath. So by focusing on your breathing, you can replace tilt, you can get rid of it and replace it with clarity of thought. And if you're lucky, you might get that exuberant discovery, right? You're just in the zone, you're finding something like, wait, all right, something works like this. And that can be something that forever sticks to you and becomes part of your arsenal, part of the toolbox that you can use. So anyways, thanks guys. I appreciate the likes, the follows. I appreciate all the support. As I said at the beginning of the stream, go check out the World's broadcasts. Go like, subscribe, and comment on any one of them, and you'll be entered for the sweepstakes. Until then, I'll catch you guys next time, and we'll see you again tomorrow. And then Thursday will be live broadcasting for the quarterfinals. Can't wait. All right, see you there.